right, man, let's talk about Joe Harris, one of the disappointments that nobody talk about with the Detroit Pistons. I think with they on a 26 game losing streak, 28 games. I think Joe Harris has played 12 games, shot under 35% from three. The previous year with the Brooklyn Nets, I mean, it wasn't the greatest year, but he still shot almost 43% from three. Played 30 some games, started 30 some games. I think out of possible 70 some games, but um, I think obviously people just looked at the contract as a throwaway as to get more cap space in the summer. That's one of the things that's been said by management. By like management this year that and R. Tellerman said that in an interview with Amari Sankford. That they got the contract because they didn't see anybody on the free agent market they like, and they wanted to ante up for cap space in the 2024 summer, which a lot of people say is going to be a lesser free agent summer. And at the end of the day, I don't know what the free agency look like, but at the end of the day, he was supposed to bring a veteran presence, some shooting, and he hasn't done that just yet. So, I mean, it's been a disappointment. You know, we thought that he could at least hold it down till Bojanovic came back or gave him some shooting or something. He's gave him nothing, and this is to the point of what was the Memphis Grizzlies, who just had Chandler Parsons sitting at the end of the bench just to shed that big contract for 3 or 4 years. You know, so another bad decision. Not saying that getting that cap space off wasn't big, but only getting that cap space, that cap number off, it really only means that you only gonna be able to get somebody via trade or overpay for somebody that's old and broken down. That's in a nutshell. That's what that means. That's what that means. Nobody's willingly coming to Detroit, especially after Nerlens Noel, said what we already thought or was assuming, that the organization is a shit show. So I mean, now you got another guy on the bench that you can't depend on. Okay, so he just here to shed a cap number. You got Isaiah Livers, who trying to find his way back, not playing well at all. And then we seem to not want to give certain guys an opportunity, like Marcus Sasser. And got to remember too, they picked up Monty Morris, and he was old and broke down and hasn't debuted or helped in either. So think about a lot of the veterans. We talk about the rotation being the issue, but thinking about some of the veterans that they got, that's a problem now. Think about it. Bojanovic was injured a large part of the season. No Monty Morris. Joe Harris has been a virtual no-show. The only one that's been semi-consistent as far as playing time has been Alec Burke that I could think of. The rest of these guys I still look at as babies, even like Bagley and Wiseman and guys. So you have a rotation problem, and then you have a veteran problem in which they not healthy. They're not able to stay healthy. So, of course, the point of having a veteran is to be able to be coaches on the floor that can show you how it's done and also reach you in places off the floor where the coaches can't really reach you. As far as, with the new age drama, the women, the role and stuff on that nature. So, but it's been a disappointment around the board. The coaches, the front office don't see eye to eye. And then with Troy Weaver, the majority of the veterans that he brought in ain't been healthy. We may not see Monty Morris, Alec Burks, Bojanovic, and Joe Harris, on the floor at the same time. And we talked about how abysmal the rotations are, and apparently Tom Gores agreed with that in his interview with the media or his open mic with the media, what did he say? He said, I've talked to Monty about the rotations. When have you heard somebody talk about a owner come down and talk about the rotations? Maybe Jerry Jones. That's about it. You've never heard too many other owners coming down talking about rotations and publicly admitting it. Now you'll hear them say, well, I paid this guy $100 million, he better play. You hear rumblings about that. But, it's been mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake for the Detroit Pistons. And a lot of the mistakes are general manager mistakes, personnel mistakes. And you can't put it on Troy Weaver because Arn Tellerman basically was saying that, we agreed. He basically said that we agreed to do this. So it's a collective thing. And people say, well, you got too many chefs in the kitchen. No, you got too many dumbasses in the kitchen who not qualified and don't know what they're doing. That's just the honest truth. That's just the honest truth. And when you have rotation problems, when you have camaraderie problems with the front office and the coaching staff, and you have your veterans who ain't been healthy or not contributing, and I think maybe Joe Harris just ain't healthy. His time may have passed. And think about all the shooting that's been out with the veterans. Bojanovic, still trying to get his feet wet. Joe Harris is shooting. Monty Morris is shooting. They refuse to play Marcus Sasser. Livers, he trying to find his way back off injury. That's shooting. So a lot of the guys they depending on to stretch the floor and give K space to operate, they either injured or coming back off injury trying to find a rhythm. A lot of this got to show they got a lot of people that don't know what they're doing in the organization. When you piece the interviews together and stuff like that, you got a lot of guys who don't know what they're doing. It ain't too many chefs in the kitchen. It ain't a chef in the kitchen. It's too many unqualified line cooks. It's too many short order cooks in the kitchen. And they act like they're going to do something with this magical cap space that's going to turn this thing around, and they won't. But hey, check out Detroit Piston to our playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notification. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.